And we find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. It can certainly get loud inside this building, and just a few moments ago when the Vikings were introduced, it was downright shaking in here. They're set for football as the Vikings get ready to do battle with the Washington Redskins. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
Yellow. There's a line, right?
Mike is 59. Mike is 59. It's our time. It's our time.
They run with Adrian Peterson, the second active leading rusher in the NFL. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10.
Watch tight. Tight is right. H3, 218. Chop.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. It's complete to Diggs. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 33 yards that time.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Hey, 57 color, 57 color. 59.
On second and 11 now. Mahomes. And Diggs has it. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a third.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points.
Ready. 70 in. 54. Rotate spell. Pull together. Kill. Hey, watch out. Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Now a carry for Portis. He finds an opening past the 40. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Washington. A big play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Redskins have taken the lead. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
And they're going to go with the jet sweep. This is Diggs with it. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
Well, it certainly appears that in this game, someone has decided they're going to open up their playbook. First quarter, and we see that play. I like their style.
He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And that will be incomplete. That makes them now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on 3rd down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. This is taken at the 15. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They'll run it here with Bortles. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. A tale of 2 extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again, and instead it works opposite.
Looking for his tight end read, and it's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. On 1st down, Mahomes. And he whips that one incomplete there. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary here. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
One of the advantages of zone.
I don't need to. They're going to need some therapy after this.
Watch the edge.
Yellow, yellow. Yellow, yellow.
Now here's Mahomes. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back.
Yellow.
Second down and goal. Mahomes flushed out right. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are going to retake the lead. Dan Bailey now for the extra point. And he's got it as the lead is now 10-6. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's Portis. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
All day, every day. It's that hot. Check right 54. Right 54. Set, go.
Operating from the gun. Ball. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Fielded just inside the 30. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
At the 37-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. 10-6 the score after 1 right here on EA Sports.
Yellow.
Hey. 4 down.
On 2nd down, it's Peterson. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Hey, yo, go.
Mike front 9. Charlie, do better.
Here it goes, Mike.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes lets it fly for Thielen. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
On 1st down, Ball. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. He's picked off near his own 48. There he goes, left side. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown.
What you just saw there, first-round talent, second year, even more success. A pick six for a touchdown.
A great play. And it's tough for these guys, you've told me before, to adjust in the secondary as a first-year guy. So that sophomore season is big for them.
They really start to expand the playbook for them even more. Sometimes they dumb it down a little bit to make them comfortable year one. By year two, they should have all the nuances, and now they've adjusted to the speed of NFL play as well.
Showed right there. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Redskins take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. A run with Portis. And an alley to run. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 10 yards there, good for a Redskin first down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets...
And that'll be intercepted by the Pro Bowl safety Harrison Smith. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. So his struggle is just continuing here in the first half throwing the football, Charles. Now 3 interceptions.
And they don't feel like they're just great plays by the defense. There's a sense that maybe he's a little careless with the football now. So some of the great coaches in the past, you know, they've always said, I can't teach you, obviously, because you're not listening. So maybe the bench can teach you. He's got to be careful now. He might get pulled.
A good pickup there, 22.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence, or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook, and a great grab on the other end. Now a play fake here on first down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on first and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on second and goal, back even further. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. This is kind of one of those in-between plays here, Charles, on third and goal from the 2 or the 3 in that area. What do you dial up?
Something quick hitting. You don't have the time for something that develops slowly. It's got to be right at them if you're going to run the football. And if you're going to throw it, something quick, get it out of your hands.
He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. From 3 yards out. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Extra point up and good by Bailey. And the lead is up to 18 now. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, you know, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. To throw on second down. Ball. He'll get this to his speedster, Paul Richardson. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Set, check right 54.
On 1st and 10. Ball. That's going to be caught by Richardson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 10 yards there, good for a Redskin first down. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 46. They hand it off to Portis. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On the give, here's Portis. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
And it's 3rd down.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this week. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Here's Tressway now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And this ball is going to be down now right at the 10-yard line. Good spot.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They've had a very solid first half, and as we near the end of that first half, they're just looking for a little more on top of their lead right now.
And when you put together a game plan on offense, you put together what you think is going to be the best possible scenario, right? Hey, we're going to score. These are the plays that are going to do it. But you also put together your counters, meaning after they make adjustments to what you're doing, what do we have to go to next?
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Exactly. So I can't wait to see if we come out of the half, how they're going to go about doing things. Do you just keep running what you ran before, or do you go to your counters expecting those?
Touchdown, Vikings! A big play there. An even 90 yards. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. And I think it's safe to say we won't call many touchdown passes longer than that this year, partner.
No, I would agree with that totally. And right now, you're looking at an offensive coordinator. Conservative would not go next to his name. Risk taker, definitely, because he valued the opportunity to create a big play against what could have been disaster if they end up getting sacked or fumbling the ball in the shadow of their own goal line.
That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
Here we go.
At their own 28-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high power.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 40. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game, go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Check the outs, check the outs, check the outs.
Now a draw play. It's Walker. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And the Redskins scoop it. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
70 in 54. Here we go. Here we go.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
Coming to you, coming to you. Orbit. 54's Mike, 54's Mike. Let's go.
Throwing on first down. Ball. And this one complete to Reed. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard.
Tight end's right. 4 down, 4 down. Lock it. Let's go.
2nd down and inches. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. He was looking for Paul Richardson there, and it's 3rd down. I hate to sound really negative, but at this point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
Well, you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know, but all these first-half interceptions, it's been tough to watch.
Yeah, couldn't find a silver lining in this one, much more like lead.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches.
Go, go.
From the gun, ball. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Able to get there and pick it. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Going to give this time to the tailback. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Redskin first down.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They'll go right back to the ground with Portis. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
54, right there, 54.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Xavier Rhodes, the cornerback, there in coverage.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Looking to throw. Ball. And that is incomplete.
This has kind of been the story all night long, hasn't it? An inability to really get much done on third downs, and it's costing them.
Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth.
Mike 22, Mike 22. Come on, ready.
On fourth down. Ball. He's going to let this one go deep. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 16. And a very good return as he'll take it all the way up to the 40-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you something you don't like.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. A 10th carry now for Peterson. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down?
Third and
3 buzz.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. Bit of a surprise. They ran it on third and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
I don't need to. 180.
Watch out.
First down. Here's a run with Peterson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
On Sunday.
On first down, Walker. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. A big run there, 29 yards and a first. That was excellent from start to finish, from the blocking to the running, just well executed.
And now let's look ahead, because after that, how about a little play action, maybe a little bootleg, and get the quarterback out on the corner and give him a little run-pass option.
And they're right down here looking for 6. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Mike 54. Hey, they're scared.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
6 plays got him down here. This is play number 7, 3rd and goal. Now it's AP, Adrian Peterson. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
And on 4th down, they come up and take the knee. And defensively, they were ready for that, a full-on blitz on 4th down, and they stop them short of the marker.
Oh, and someone's got to feel really good about that, and that's the defensive coordinator. He dialed up a great run blitz defense, and they hit it just right. Stack that thing up. They're going to feel awesome going to the bench after that big play.
He was brought down by Eric Wilson.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
2nd and 9 now. And he finds the tight end, Reed. And they take this up near the 30 before he's taken down. 23 yards the pickup there.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
Back to throw. Ball. And that'll be intercepted by the Pro Bowl safety Harrison Smith. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Right back to him on 1st down. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. 8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Back to the ground. This time it's Peterson. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
I know we're in the era of wide-open football, a lot of spread formations, more space, but there's still a spot for power football, and we just saw some of it right there. How about that run?
Yeah, breaking the tackle, and, you know, late in this game, he wants the football in his hands. He's had a good day. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Check 24, check 24.
Here's Peterson. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. That good for 22 and a 1st down. Well, that looked like an example of what you said back in the first half. A running back of his size can really wear down a defense. I think he's starting to do that.
I think you're exactly right. And know what else he's doing? He's inspiring the rest of his team because they see this starting to happen as well. So that means they're going to redouble their efforts to help him out. Extra blocking, getting downfield, helping him out.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be 2nd and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come up them.
From back at the 2, here's 3rd and goal.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
And they take a knee.
Mahomes on the keeper. A loss of a yard brings up 4th and goal.
You must be getting tired of seeing me.
And on 4th down, they come up and take the knee. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that, saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches as a general rule that if someone does it to them, you won't hear people protest out of them. That's just who they are.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room that if you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there.
And it's 3rd down.
The Redskins on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. And that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They start the drive with Peterson. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line. A gain of a yard.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. On 2nd down now, it's Walker. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
They run with Peterson. He's been busy tonight. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now a run with Peterson. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Let's go.
So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory, and it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire second half, but their first half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? Because when we saw the output in the first half, you think to yourself, okay, they've got something working here. They know what they're doing. They'll continue that along. But instead, it's goose eggs in the second half. Fortunately, enough of a cushion and enough defense to carry them home.
So for the Vikings, they close out this first half at a very solid 6-2. And now they'll have a few extra days here before they face Kansas City next week. Meanwhile, for the Redskins, they fall 2 games under 500 now at 3-5. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head up to Orchard Park to take on the Buffalo Bills. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well.